Welcome back, everyone. It's that time of the week that we get to some in-depth, investigative Hollywood news. And this week, pop culture trends, okay? Really, it's not that investigative. I'm just talking about celebrities, okay? So let's kick off this week's What the Hollywood with a new viral trend that's aging all of us a full decade. Okay, the mantra of this year, 2026 is the new 2016, and it began trending online since the beginning of the year. And this is a very young Maddie, 23, 24, in Nashville in 2016. It was my first bachelorette party in Nashville. I've been to a few since. But little did I know that this very innocent picture of just like, hey, this looks like a landmark. Let me take a picture. Little did I know it would end up in Whiskey Riff in an article about how to be basic in Nashville. Hit the #2 spot. And for that, I'll take it, okay? So that was 2016. So celebrities, influencers, everyone really has began sharing throwback photos and videos of themselves from the year 2016. And since it's officially been 10 years since that year, people online have decided we're overdue for a resurgence of the vibes from that year. So the trend is ultimately rooted in nostalgia, and many online are reminiscing on 2016 as a simpler time. So here are just a few pop culture Hollywood moments that define 2016 that you might have forgotten about. So first and foremost, Stranger Things comes to Netflix. Premieres on Netflix, sparked the beginning of a worldwide phenomenon and a huge time in pop culture. And so fitting in 2025, the final season of Stranger Things, finally concludes. So yeah, simpler times. Beyonce's Lemonade album was released. This came after her husband Jay-Z's alleged affair, and then her sister Solange Knowles attacking him in an elevator after the Met Gala. Lemonade was a huge album for her. Also, Taylor Swift, Calvin Harris, break up, and it's alleged that Taylor released quite a few songs about her relationship and the breakup with Calvin Harris, but the most pointed song being I Forgot That You Existed. Also, in 2016, Instagram stories became a new popular feature to the app, which honestly, it got me thinking. I'm like, I use stories more than I actually post on my actual Instagram. So I literally cannot remember a time where Instagram stories didn't exist, but it was before 2016. Also, 2016, Leo DiCaprio. Jack Dawson wins first ever Oscar for The Revenant, long time coming, and while he was getting his Oscar engraved at the Vanity Fair after party, he asked the woman engraving his award, "You do this every year?" Kind of pauses, good comedic timing. He goes, "Well, I wouldn't know," because it's his first Oscar. Also, Pokemon Go was captivating everyone's phones and getting people out of the house and into the streets literally while they were searching for rare Pokemons, as well as the mannequin challenge, the one where everyone is kind of frozen in place and someone with a camera goes around recording them to the song Black Beatles by Ray Shremmen. Just look up the mannequin challenge if you're not following me, okay? Now, let's fast forward to 2026. I did tell you, and I did warn you, that as new information becomes available regarding Rob and Michelle Reiner's double murder, allegedly at the hands of their son Nick Reiner, I'd be informing you. So here I am, okay? Last week I told you how powerhouse attorney Alan Jackson formally withdrew as counsel for Nick Reiner in this case. But here he is in his own words.
Your Honor, at this time, I, on behalf of Workman Jackson and Quinn, and with Mr. Reiner's understanding and consent, would ask to withdraw as counsel of record based on the conversation that we've had in chambers and the explanation that we've provided to the court in chambers. We feel that we have no choice at this juncture but to withdraw as counsel and ask to be relieved.
So his reasoning to me, at least, was very vague, and I'm sure there's a ton of legal subliminal messaging intertwined in his choice of words. But thankfully, I wasn't the only one who picked up on this and wanted some more information. So Alan Jackson recently appeared on Billy Bush's podcast, Hot Mics with Billy Bush, and thank goodness Billy Bush actually went for it, so take a look at this.
So the big question everybody's wanting to know the answer to is, why did you step away?
That's a confidential communication between a lot of folks that I'm not willing to disclose.
But you just used the verb commissioned. So you were hired to do the job. And look, I know you well enough to know when you're pissed off, and I'm looking at your body language there. You're emphatic in your support of Nick and that he's not guilty in this situation. But I also see that you're not happy. So what?
Well, it was
something happened.
Right. Obviously something happened with my ability and my team's ability to continue the representation, but I don't want you, your audience, anybody else to start speculating as to what that might be.
So still not much concrete detail. He doesn't want people speculating, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to speculate. You know, there's enough here, though, in this clip to discern that whatever happened between Nick Reiner, Alan Jackson, and the rest of the legal team, it was irreparable. Couldn't come back from it. Also, during his chat with Billy Bush, Alan revealed that he, quote, dropped everything to work on Nick's case. He got a call on December 15th from an anonymous caller regarding the double murder that had just happened. And he told Billy, quote, I can tell you that immediately thereafter, I dropped everything. I sent out a notice to my team here back in Los Angeles. I got on a flight nearly immediately. And since withdrawing from the case, Nick Reiner was appointed a public defender named Kimberly Green. She got about 19 years of experience, and a new date for his arraignment was set for February 23rd. Also, Alan Jackson went out and defiantly said, Nick Reiner is not guilty of this crime. So we will see how the cards fall, and the arraignment is on February 23rd, like I said. So, you know, I'm going to be talking about that when that happens. And finally, with a new year comes a brand new Barbie. Mattel announced its first ever autistic Barbie. The new doll was developed in collaboration with the Autism Self-Advocacy Network, a grassroots organization that focuses on disability rights and is run for and by autistic people. So you'll notice this Barbie, and I don't think has a name yet. I think any Barbie is just named Barbie, but took 18 months to develop. She comes with a fidget spinner, noise-canceling headphones, even down to the outfit that this Barbie is wearing was designed, like I said, for and by people with autism. So it was through this collaboration with ASAN that Mattel made deliberate design choices to create autistic Barbie. They also, she's part of a line of fashionista Barbies as well. I think it's like type 1 diabetes, deafness. So she's part of a bigger group of Barbies that are there to represent, you know, the community. All right, some quick bits really quick. Harry Styles announces a new album that's set to drop in March. And reality stars left, right, and center are running for government offices across the U.S. Farrah Abraham, Spencer Pratt. It's crazy. All right, switch over to CBS for Hour 3.